Alright, yeah, I am making two videos back to back. This one should also be short, but whatever. A few videos ago, I made a video about why you should start a Roth IRA, but the biggest part of having a retirement account is knowing how to save money. And I know a lot of servers who don't know how to save money and who don't know even the first step to begin to get $1,000. This whole video is like how to save $1,000 as a server. I'm gonna give you actionable steps to for you to save $1,000 as a server. Super simple. There's like 3 little strategies, and then I have one note about each of the strategies. I've done all these. Some of them are way more hard than others. Some of them are super easy. All of these assume that you have already done a budget. If you don't have a budget, or you've never done a budget, or you don't even know how much you're spending per month, these aren't going to help you. Like, the first step of saving is knowing how much you spend. So if you haven't done a budget, pause, go do a budget, come back. If you don't know how to do a budget, look up a video on how to do a budget, come back. That being said, step 1, or strategy number 1, save all of the money that you need at the start of the month. That's rent, utilities, food, car, daycare, anything, any expense you have. Save it all at the start of the month. Like, everything you need to get through the month, save it right at the start. And then on the back half of the month, or the last 10 days, or whatever you can afford, how many ever days you can afford to save, those last few days, you should probably be saving on those. That strategy is kind of difficult because it makes the start of every single month like really tight. Like, you're living on nothing for like a week, maybe a week and a half, and then you've got everything paid. Like it's kind of nice. I mean, like it's pretty cool with like if you like to go out every weekend, but you like are missing rent, you're missing bills, you're missing payments, you could sacrifice 1 week a month, 12 weeks a year basically, and then have the other 40, right, going out and whatnot. But you got to buckle down for like 1 week out of the month, and then you can party the other 3 because all your shit's paid. So that was all right. But if you save all your money at the beginning of the month, it's super easy to save $1,000 because you're like, oh, I had a $200 night here. Oh, I made $100. Oh, I made $100. You're already at $400. I mean, 1 week goes by, you're probably sitting on what, $600-700, and if you've got everything paid, you're done, right? So 1 week later, you're sitting on $700. You're like, wow, it's only been, it's only whatever it is, September 15th, and then I've already got $1,000 saved. All my bills are paid. What am I gonna do now? It's kind of nice, but it really is stressful at the start of every month because you're just like, fuck, I'm broke. So the second one, this is the hardest one for sure. I'm saving the easiest for last. Put aside a dollar amount of your tips every single day. So after you've done your budget, right, if you can say like, oh, I need $1,200 a month to pay whatever I need to pay. I'm a single person. I don't really have any kids. I don't blah 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 blah. Just need $1,200 a month to get by. Not a whole lot. It's $54 a day, $55 a day. I mean, $55 not a whole. I mean, it's a bad shift, but even on a bad shift, you're still getting by. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I made $55. Well, I mean, you can't go, buy the new Pokemon game, but you're probably gonna be all right. Like, I mean, you got a roof over your head, bills paid, everything like that. That was super hard to do because not only, like, if you don't hit your daily, like, goal, really discouraging, super sucks because you got to make that up for the rest of the month. On the other hand, some people will see the daily goal and they're like, oh, $55, I'm gonna put in $75. Nice, I'm gonna get there fast. But what's the difference between that and just like doing it all at the start of the month? it's super hard to maintain that for like all your working days. Like you work like 20 to 24 days in a month, depending on the month, depending on your shifts, depending on the whatnot. But I mean, it's super hard, but it works for some people, and I've tried it, and it's all right. The third strategy, I actually have a name for it. I call it big bills, small bills. Essentially, you just get home, and usually you have a stack of big bills and a stack of small bills, and you put the big bills towards living, like rent, utilities, car, whatever you got to pay for. That way it pays it off quick. It's like a mental thing, right? Because if you come home with $200 in tips, probably 140 of it's going to be in big bills. So you can just set aside, oh, here's 140 that I need to live. If you only need $1,200 to live, you don't need that many $140 days. And then the other 60 you can use on like, oh, well, I got $60 here. I'll go buy a $5 box from Taco Bell and hang out. You can just live on the small bills, and if you don't want to spend the small bills, just put them with the big bills. There's a good psychology to that too, because it really fucking sucks to sit there and go like, oh, I'm gonna go to Papa John's, I'm gonna order $30 in pizza, but I gotta count out 30 fucking ones. It sucks. It's kind of not fun. So you kind of end up going like, well, like, I don't want to hand someone 30 individual dollars. So you kind of end up spending less just because the bills are worth less. And it's easy to hand over 220s, but you're counting out $30. I mean, even in fives, sucks handing someone 6 bills rather than 2. But it works. I will say that having done all of these, there are use cases for all of them. If you're saving for something big, like if you have something that you need to save up for, like you need a significant amount of money, like you need to get your car fixed, like your check engine light came on. I would say your best bet is probably to like do it like if your check engine light comes on and you need to pay that shit off, go ahead and just do it, but you're going to end up doing like strategy 1 where you save all your shit at once. Big bills, small bills is just nice if you're like going through life and like you're not a whole lot of stress. And then the living expenses, blah, 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 where you're like saving a certain amount every day. That's when you've got more responsibilities in your life. Like, you got things that you absolutely need to pay for. You have obligations that you need to meet. That one's the one I would use that for. Anyway, using these strategies, you can save $1,000. I know I said how to save $1,000 as a server, and then didn't say any fucking thing about saving $1,000. But I gave you strategies and actionable steps to like get you to be able to save $1,000. The hard part's not making the money. Obviously, we go into work, we make the money, we make great money, and then we come home. But the issue is somewhere between work and home, the money disappears. So yeah, that's it.